our talk. Thank you for coming. And today we're going to talk about how Action Canada referred to us with a request to transfer some of their online resources into offline format for mobile users, and how we ended up using progressive web app technology for doing that, and what challenges have we faced, how we have encountered, overcome them, and the conclusions that we made. I promise the title is longer than the presentation. It's only 10 minutes, so let's dive in before the time runs out. My name is Iskandar. I'm a front-end developer at EvolveDrupal, and I've been a lead developer at this project. I have experience with all sorts of web development related technologies, mostly around JavaScript, like front-end frameworks like Vue, React, and a little bit of Node.js. And currently I'm mostly specializing on front-end work for Drupal websites and expanding my knowledge and accessibility as well. And together I'm presenting with the wonderful Jill from Action Canada.
Hi. Hi folks, my name is Jill. I'm the Director of Communications and Fund Development at Action Canada. We could go to the next slide. So I don't know if you folks have heard of us. We're a national advocacy organization. We advance sexual and reproductive rights across Canada. We also do a lot of knowledge mobilization as well as frontline work for folks who are needing access to life-saving care. So when we started this project, the reason we are looking for an offline source is that there are a lot of folks who either don't come, like in rural areas in Canada, they don't have access to the internet all the time. Sometimes it's not the best for them. And so we're wondering, how do we get we have a lot of information, evidence-based information on our sexual health hub. How do we get that in the hands of folks who need it the most, especially when they're trying to advocate for care in their city? And so that's the challenge that we are coming up against. And then we were referred to Evolving Web to see what solutions we can come up with. And so, you know, what we landed with was a PWA, and I'll hand it back to Iskander.
Yeah, thank you for this intro. Why we chose PWA for that? Basically, it was super easy to integrate. No major modifications to the website had to be applied, and making it the most cost-effective solution from all the options that we had. It's efficient and super easy to maintain. One of the requirements of the projects were to allow Action Canada staff to maintain the application using the same staff, the same personnel that they have in-house. So this provides them with that, because you basically update anything on the website and it immediately got updated on the PWA side. It provides all the features that were required. It provides offline access to the content. It provides an experience similar to a native app, and and you can install it on your device as well. So it ticks all the boxes that we needed. And the best part is that you develop only one version for all the platforms. It works across all platforms, and the only platform it relies on is the browser that you choose to install the app. So what is actually PWA, Progressive Web App? It's an app that that is built using only common web technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, but it brings a user experience of a native application of the platform, compared to a traditional website, which has a browser UI inside which it kind of resides. In Progressive Web App, you don't have that. You still rely on the browser engine, though, to communicate with the operating system, not like in platform-specific apps, but it doesn't have the browser UI, and it provides you with its key features like offline capabilities, push notifications, and other background actions that can be done. As I already mentioned, you can install it on your device and have a dedicated icon for it on your desktop or home screen. And that's all made possible by a thing called service worker. So basically the service worker is a JavaScript code that runs in your app, and it kind of behaves as a proxy server, as a proxy between your app, the browser, and the network. It intercepts all the network requests and manages caching and other things related with your application. So we dove in head first, learning a lot of things about progressive web app and brainstorming different solutions for caching strategies and everything. And just before we thought that we were going to reinvent the wheel, we stumbled upon a Drupal module that handles most of the heavy lifting for us. And it is called Surprise PWA module. So shout out to the beautiful people, the maintainers of this module. It provides you with all the basics that you need for a progressive web app to convert your site into progressive web app. The key features for us were the fact that we could cache specific URLs because we are not transferring the whole website. We were transferring only a section on the sexual health hub into PWA. That's why it was crucial for us to specify the URLs that we want to cache on install. We can specify the scope because we didn't want to allow the users to access any other parts of the website. You could specify the start URL, and you can configure many other things as well. Yeah, although we've utilized Drupal module, we still had to do a lot of work and overcome a bunch of challenges. Some of the issues were related with our specific implementation, but most of the challenges were related with the fact that PWAs are not supported evenly, I would say, by different browsers, and different browser support affected app's behavior, its installation process. It can be very different in different browsers, and other random limitations that we had to overcome. Some PWA Drupal module limitations as well. As already said, it provides you with all the basics, but it provides you only that much configurability. So if you would want to build something more complex that we were building, then I would rather go with writing everything from scratch. And yeah, the fact that we had to implement a new design and new features only for the app while keeping the main website intact was a bit of a challenge as well, because basically the website and the app shares the same code base. We're not splitting that, so the app has to determine when it's running and which mode, basically. And we would have imagined that PWA APIs would provide us with some easy solution for that, but not at this moment, so we had to hack our way through that. Yeah, so it turned out to be a great experience. The experience, we reached out the experience close to a native one. It's quick and smooth. It's fairly simple to build, specifically compared to other options that we had. Easy to maintain. Again, as I mentioned, the same team that maintains the website, the Drupal website, can maintain the app as well. You build only one app for all devices, so it's very versatile. You can distribute it through a website. And by the way, you can try it yourself by scanning this QR code. You go to Action Canada website where you can download and install the app. And the cons, as already mentioned, installation is not very intuitive. Sometimes you can provide a custom button embedded into your website, which you can use for installing it on the desktop, but it doesn't work on iOS devices, for example. Sometimes you have to go into share menu and add to your home screen, choose to add it to your home screen to install it. Sometimes you go to, on other devices, you go to the hamburger menu and select the other option there. So it's very frustrating in terms of different behavior that you have to keep in mind when developing this. And yeah, the behavior and support in different browsers may vary. It wasn't the issue in our case, but I can imagine that it could be like a no-go for a lot of projects. Yeah, basically PWA bridges the gap between a regular website and a native mobile application. It can bring web accessibility of regular traditional websites with fast and like smooth behavior and capabilities of mobile apps. And yeah, it's very versatile and super cost-effective solution. And it turned out to be great. So we're really thankful to Action Canada for entrusting us this project, and we're really happy with the result. Thank you, merci.
Thank you.
Do you want to add something?
Oh yeah, no, I just want to add that, you know, from the client side, I would say that we have hundreds of pages in this hub app, and so, you know, although there were a couple of cons, ultimately it was the best decision because we were able to maintain it and just go through one source of updating content versus going to two. So it was pretty good, and at the end of the day, we also had to do like a marketing plan to get driving folks onto the site versus like a traditional app download. So it's still successful. We got a lot of like clients who are really happy with it. So it's a good first, I think it's been live for 5 months. So yeah, feel free to take a look. Let us know what you think. Thank you.
So it's already survived Canadian winter.
Yeah, thank you.